Welcome, welcome everyone. We're here to play 5th edition D&D session for the group named Adventures Guild. My name is Lionel. I'm going to be the DM. Let's present our characters for today. Starting with, whichever wants to start first. To do it first, sorry.
Okay. I'm Alexon. I'll be playing as Felicia Gray, a female half-elf barbarian who's following the path of the Zealot under Heronius. She carries a longsword, shield, a greatsword, and a longbow with 20 arrows. She has dedicated herself to protecting the guild and handing out honor and justice wherever it may be needed.
I'm Gerald Dempsey. I'll be playing Kark Nalo, the 5th level high elf paladin. Basically, he is decked out in chainmail and a shield with a holy symbol on it. His go-to weapon is his longsword, but he has several daggers on his person. And basically, he is just out to right whatever wrongs he can in the world.
Okay, so this happen. This is happening the immediate next day after the events. On the post where of Arrakis, a new you two are in the guild hall, and messenger comes and the same thing. Visit Pinkos, and they both go down. This new like quest or request is for adventurers to guard uh, uh, the transport of supplies from the woods at the north. They basically they are going to uh, bring wood and other minor materials to the first post outpost being made in the road to um, Kamishna, between Illumina and Kamishna. So Pincus stand up and makes the usual call to see who is willing.
I reluctantly go ahead. My arms are crossed, and I just say, I'm not sure if I should go, but I can't hold our lives at this is all happening.
And
Yeah, well, yes.
say I would be more than happy to help.
Well, I understand your point of view, and yes, we must be careful, but I cannot stop the business. Uh, this is a guild, and we have a duty with our um, what with the ones who hired us. So they are going to pay as usual 10 gold per day, and will be escorting and securing the cargo. When he's speaking, you see that Aracris goes away. He was in the guild, and moments later, he arrives with a hooded figure from the guild and says that they both are disposed to help as well, and that he only requires to go back and bring his new improved wagon and his horses, and hire a mercenary from another guild, and that's about it. And Pinko says there is no need. If you want to, this request has its own wagons and divers, and conversation here and there. Araclis are being and trying to convince him, and in the end, they decide to just add another driver for Araclis wagon, and he accepts, and they say that they are going to pick you up in 2 hours at the front of the guild, and they will begin to travel up to the north woods or north forest. So you have 2 hours to do whatever you are going to do.
Uh,
You want to do something.
Okay, Kark is gonna go get some new armor and a few other necessities.
Okay. Where are you going to the guild's armory, or are you going to go on shopping through the city?
The guild's armory.
Okay. Which armor and stuff are you going to buy?
Um, the let's see, the splint armor, and 40 food rations, and another
Okay.
water.
Okay. Let me see if the guild has a splint mail. Ooh, let's see. That's heavy armor. Uh, Surprisingly enough, they have one splint mail of elf size that they just received, knowing that the number of elves have increased. They procure one just in case, and when you meet them, they are willing to sell it to you. So that will be half the price right away,
Nice.
because they know that you are a guild member. And for the rations, they do not have that many. You will have to go to the shops on the market.
All right.
Uh, the ration you have to buy at full price. You have to visit 2 stores to get that much.
Okay.
Um, but at the end of the 2 hours, you have all that you wanted to buy. Is Felicia going to do something in those 2 hours?
I'll accompany Kark. I'm worried for his general safety.
Okay.
Is there anything that you need?
No. After that little crazy night I had, I got everything ready just in case.
Nice.
Okay, so you pack this up. When you
I have
arrive,
extra daggers if you would if you would like any.
Huh? Sorry? What were you saying?
I have
Sorry, I'm
extra
just
daggers
on
if you
edge.
would like any.
Need the one.
All right.
okay, for the sake of brevity, if anyone else wants to play and um, let's say that those characters also go to Picos, do their stuff, and be with you. This is a large caravan. They are taking one wagon, basically one wagon per character interested in doing the task, the request, and um, when everything is packed up, they they ask you for each one of you to sit on one of the carts on the wagons. In front of you, you see let me see who knows her. Gerald. You see
Yeah.
a familiar face. Is It takes you a while to remember her name, but you recognize her as the ranger. Where is her name? Uh, Grinstead, yes.
I remember you.
Oh, yeah.
How have you
Felicia
been?
also remembers her.
She had us hunting wild goats. We were with some monk boy and who was it? We were with somebody else. Actually,
Karadok, I think it was.
it was Creek. Of course, these two idiots are trying to wrestle with the things. The monk thought he could wrestle it head on, and he got his head butted, and he was unconscious 0 seconds flat.
Good
Yeah.
times.
Fortunately, we had Creek, and we managed to get the two goats. Then she shows up pretending she'd done anything.
Excuse me, but I was guarding the wagons who were full and were going back to the.
One, and we still caught that goat too. Or goats.
Well, you were being hired as well, so that was part of your duty. I mean, you were paid, were you not?
Yes.
Yeah. You do not see Carrick. You do not see. Oh no, yes, you see the that in when she goes up to her to the wagon she's going to escort. You see that in the back is in that wagon the dragon, the fairy dragon is sitting cleaning himself, cleaning itself. Felicia, you recognize this fairy dragon is the one who tried to take the horses out of you.
Oh, good. We're bringing that thing along too. Well, at least this won't be a boring trip. And I go to the wagon I've been assigned.
You load up and you begin the trip. I want you to make that will be perception checks.
My favorite. I got a 6.
I got 23.
Yeah. Felicia does not feel anything, but you you can you somehow feel that the caravan is being looked. There, you're someone is watching on the caravan and following the track, the caravan's whereabouts. You cannot see anyone, but you cannot shake that off that sensation. Um, it takes you 1 day and a half to arrive to the woods, to the forest up there, and um, when you arrive, you see that in the outskirts of the forest, there is already people cutting down trees. You see there is an expert measuring down which and selecting. Sorry. Measuring down and selecting which trees are good to cut down, and it for material for wood. And there are some lumber well people that cut trees doing that job with uh, uh, like their usual there is a bunch of um, um, logs packed or put together in sets, and when they see arrive the wagons, they begin to load the 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 shipment. It is not the wagons are not filled completely, so because they were not expecting that much. So basically, you have 1 day until they can fill the remaining wagons. What are you going to do?
Besides keep a lookout for danger.
Sure.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much all Karg's going to do is try and keep an eye out, make sure there's no kind of ambush or anything like that. He tries to have as little distraction as possible.
Except me. I want as much distraction as possible. So as I'm looking around, I kind of just boom and I say, so during the last trip to the southern outposts, I noticed that you and Siona were gone for a long time. You know what that's about?
No, I'm not sure what you're referring to.
Um, I think it was the full moon. It was about a week ago.
Oh, sometimes it's just nice to enjoy the moonlight through the trees and everything. Kind of reminds me of home. I am a moon elf, you know.
Oh, that's interesting. I've never heard of one of those before. Well,
I've come across a lot of things in my time with this guild that I never heard of before.
well,
When
okay.
my people were slaughtered, it didn't really leave. I hadn't really been out into the world much prior to that. Not as far as the kind of things I do now.
Oh, do you think you could have changed any of that?
Uh, I don't know. I do remember some bits and pieces of this prophecy that's supposed to be ongoing, that I'm supposed to be a part of, and I mean, I did hear it for like 100 years. Uh, as a little elfling, my parents would tell to me at bedtime for a bedtime story, and it was bits and pieces each night. But on my 100th birthday, I went to the city to get the shield that I carry now with my holy symbol on it. My parents had it made for me for my 100th birthday, and I think they knew that they had to send me away for me to survive, and that's why I'm the only survivor of my people. I wasn't there.
Oh, well, I guess it's fortunate, but also kind of really sad. I'm sorry I brought it up.
It was almost 21 years ago.
Um, well, you look around and keep a watch. Give me a perception checks.
Another 6.
Oh, natural 20.
Yeah, between chatting and exchanging words, you see that Rakris and the hooded figure talk to the one of the people in charge, and then goes away from the caravan. Um, what is the total, including your proficiency and a ability bonus?
Um,
Okay.
my total would be 25.
Yeah. Uh, well, just keep feeling that strange sensation of someone watching over you, over the caravan, and somehow you see that uh, not far from where you are, there are some bushes that are moving strangely.
I've had this strange feeling for this whole trip that we've been being watched. And those bushes over there are moving quite a bit.
Huh?
Perhaps we should go
I
check
look
it
over to
out.
the bushes. All right,
I unsheath my sword.
and I'm gonna pull out my longbow.
Okay. Uh, you're are you going to approach, or what are you going to do? I need you to specify, be more specific on what you're going to do.
Oh, yeah, I'm
All right,
moving toward the bush cautiously.
fuck that. I'm gonna run at it. Movement dash. See what the fuck's in that thing.
Okay, you see that as you begin to approach, the uh, bushes suddenly stop moving, and let me check something. Yeah. Okay. Um. Yes, that will do. Um. You begin to see that there is a trail in the floor that's leading towards where Heracles and the hooded figure were going to. But you see how the steps are being pushed, being marked on the ground, but no one seems to be in that area.
All right, I of course wait for Karik. Point out the footprints.
I knew it. I had that feeling. But I didn't see anything till now.
Just give me the word and I'll start running.
Maybe we should follow the footsteps a little more slowly than a dash. We don't want to run into an ambush. We don't know what's out there.
So you're going to be stealthy or approach.
Fine, we'll be stealthy.
We can attempt to be stealthy.
Yeah, I got 10.
I mean, like, I still have disadvantage, so even with the new armor, so I don't. uh, 14.
Yeah. It takes you about you keep trailing for about 2 minutes, and when you are away enough from the caravan and the people, uh, you hear from the direction of the steps you were following a voice saying, "Finally, we are out of the range of these people. I can kill you now. Uh, Boys, let's put these two go. Let's put down these two." And you see how suddenly a small uh, lightning bolts uh, are like forming on points at at size, medium height of a human size, and their invisibility begins to fade, and you see uh, three three hooded figures in um, chain shirts, uh, pointing at you, three, and release their spells towards you. Let me roll the attacks. Okay, so plus 5. Okay, 8 and 9 for Carrick, and 19 for Felicia.
With the
That
new
it for
armor,
me?
my armor class is 20.
Okay, so you take 26 points of damage as the guiding bolt strikes at you, and a shimmer through your body begins to give away your position, making you an easier target. Let's roll initiative.
I got 17.
7.
17 and 7. Write that thing down. Where is it? Where is it? Sorry, guys. This computer is being a bit slow. Okay, this one. So, Carrick got 17, and Felicia got
7.
7, and these guys roll good enough. So, will be here. And Felicia, which is your dexterity?
16.
Okay, so you go first, and the other one. So this is the initiative order. Want to post it on the chat so we do not get confused. First of the round, one of the clerics is going to cast spiritual weapon as a bonus action, and is going to place it right at the side of Felicia, and then he's going to meet her at combat. With his mace. One d 20 plus 22 to hit. Oh, wait, natural 20 to hit with the mace.
Oh, that hits me.
And it does 1d6 damage. Okay. 2d6 damage. 5 points of damage from the mace. And I do not remember if the spiritual weapon gets an attack at the same round. Spiritual weapon with the weapon has the form of a flail with spikes and stuff. And no, I think it's an action. Less for the duration until you cast the spell again. When you cast the spell, you can make a melee spell attack against the creature within 5 feet of the weapon when you cast it. So they have this round. As a bonus action on your turn, you can move the weapon up to 20 feet and repeat the attack against the creature within feet of it. The weapon can take whatever form you choose. Blah blah blah. Okay, so it's going to attack. It's +5. And it's going to 14. The flail, the magic made flail swings at you, Felicia.
It misses.
Okay. You somehow managed to dodge the flail, and the next one is Carrick. One cleric and one magically create flail is facing in melee combat. Is facing Felicia in melee combat. The two other clerics are like 30 feet away from you, in front of you.
30 feet.
Yes.
All right, so I moved to one of them, and strike with my longsword.
Okay.
And I'm guessing a 15 probably doesn't hit.
Let me confirm that. Uh, Actually, yes, that hits. Roll damage.
All right. Um, that would be 11 damage, and I swing at him again,
Okay.
and this time it's a 16.
It
No,
hits.
19.
Hits.
And the damage is 9.
Okay. The that cleric screams in pain after you hit him twice, and with the recoil, with the movement, the hood goes down, and you clearly see that it's a drow elf. It's turn, and it's going to cast. Uh, why does it not? He's going to attack you with his mace. Uh, they all are wearing mace and shield now. Oh wait, no, they do not have shield. They only have their mace. Uh, and 14. What is your new AC?
My armor class
Carl?
is 20.
20. Okay, so it misses. Um, and is going to cast Sanctuary on him. Next one is Felicia, I think. Yes, Felicia, what are you going to do?
I'm going to drop my bow. I'm going to pull out my greatsword. I am going to enter Barbarian's Rage, and I'm going to reckless attack the one that's beside me.
Okay, go ahead.
Um, 15?
Sorry? What did you roll?
15.
Okay, it hits.
That's 10 damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to move. Can't move. Never mind. I'm going to just in my turn, since Kark is away from me, and my Divine Fury deals. My Divine Fury deals 5 damage.
5 damage? Okay. Uh, Somehow the one who has the background of the I forgot what is so hard to remember those specific words. Those crickets. It's giving a good environment for the sound environment for the session. I think it was Gerald, but he is muted. So, um, so it's the turn of the next cleric. Seeing that his partner is being dealt by a paladin, he's going to attempt to cast another guiding bolt at him. No, wait, he's going to face it in melee and he's going to cast and inflict wounds. And it misses. Roll a 2. Uh, it's taking his mace. And top of the round, the cleric you just heard, Felicia, is going to attack you again. This time with a inflict wounds spell. And it roll a 9. So
That
it
misses.
misses. And the flail is going to attack you as well. With a 20 total.
That hits.
It does 1d8 per slot level. Okay. Spellcasting ability modifier from them is. So you receive 10 points of force damage. Is that one reduced from your rage? I think.
Nope.
Okay. And this Carrick's turn.
I am going to attack the same one I attacked already. And that's a 20.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Let's see. $13.
It is just what you need. So what did you roll for the damage for the attack?
For the damage.
No, attack.
Oh, for the attack.
Is that 20?
Yeah, I don't remember what it was.
Let's say you hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
4 damage.
4.
Yeah.
Um. Uh. You see that this one is panting.
I attack him again. And 11.
That misses.
All right.
Oh wait, yes. Well, regardless, you don't need to make the saving throw.
Okay. That time I only got a 7.
No, the second attack misses because you roll lower And since
Right.
both of them have a
I
the
I
same
thought you
armor,
I need to roll another saving throw.
yeah,
Yeah, that's what the 7 was.
yeah. Well, the 7 makes you shift your target to the other one who is in melee with you, but regardless, that attack misses.
Oh, okay, got you.
And it's the turn for the one who is wounded. Is going to risk it and move away from you, so you have an attack of opportunity.
Which one?
The one who is wounded and has the sanctuary on him, on itself, on himself.
Okay, so Karik.
So I can attack him.
Yes, but you must make a. If you're going to attack him, you must to make a successful saving throw, wisdom saving throw.
All
So
right. Um, the saving throw is only a 6.
so I do not know how to roll that. You ward a creature within range against attack. Until the spell ends, any creature who targets the warding creature with an attack or a harmful spell must first make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature must choose a new target or lose the attack or spell. This spell doesn't protect the warded creature from area effects such as explosion or a fireball. If the warded creature makes an attack or casts a spell, the affects affects an enemy creature, this spell ends. So the spell does not end, but it does not say anything about the reaction. I will say that you can direct the attack towards the other one if you want to.
All right.
Like you're swinging at him, but somehow the magic makes you
And that's a 23
that hits.
for 8 damage.
8 damage. Okay. Felicia, your turn.
I'm going to reckless attack the one that's attacking me.
Okay.
22.
It hits.
Um, 12 damage.
Uh, that one is panting as well.
All right. Ends my turn. And I deal 5 damage to him.
Yeah, that one goes down. Uh, next of the next round, you see the cleric who just the cleric just attacks is going to attempt another uh, inflict wounds towards him. But the attack misses, unfortunately for him. Um, and he will still keep being melee to kind of distract Carrick. Oh wait, I forgot to do what the second one does. Uh, he risked it. The one who was previous Felicia risked it and is going to cast Cure Wounds on himself. And let me roll the healing. That will be Okay, so it heals. Okay, you see that that one regains its composure and is ready to fight again. And the last one did his attack, but with fail. But fail. At the distance, you begin to see some flashes of light of magic spellcasting. Further uh, in the direction where you saw Aracris and the hooded figure went, and it's top of the round. Uh, that one is down. Carrick, your turn.
I'm going to attempt to attack the one that's trying to get away from me. And my saving throw is 16.
Okay, that hit that pass the saving throw.
All right, my attack is 14
That hits.
for 9 damage.
Okay.
If he's still standing, I attempt to hit him again.
Okay.
Saving throw is 16. The attack is only 9.
That one misses. So you are hacking through. In the first time you manage to overcome the spell and able to hit it, but and the second time you also managed to overcome the spell, but that one that slash that swing misses. Felicia, your turn.
So
You
the
see
one
that
I knocked down is
see
still down.
is the one is still down. The magical flail disappears. Uh, 60 feet away from you is one of the clerics, the one who has sanctuary, and Carrick. 30 feet away from you is the one who was facing Carrick last round, since he does not have. He was not using his. He could not reach Carrick for when he moved, but it's still there and he's about to move towards him.
Run up behind him and reckless attack him.
Okay,
21.
21.
Yep.
That hits.
14 damage with my greatsword.
14. It's okay.
And I deal 6 damage with my divine fury.
That one does not have time to move as you swing at him and burn him with the radiant damage of your arrow, and it goes down as well.
I'm trying to help you in this fight, but I don't know. You seem to be taking care of it pretty well.
Yeah, a little healing could go a long way. I got like massive radiant burns and probably cracked head and magical energy burns.
Is Carrick turn? You still you hear a big, you hear a bit whistle at the same spot you hear and saw the shining of magic at the distance, and you hear an
We gotta hurry and take care of this guy and get over there.
carry your turn.
So I attempt to attack the one guy that's still standing. 8.
Saving throw.
Oh, I need to make a saving throw on this guy too.
Yes, was that the attack? Make
Yeah.
a saving throw. Oh, well, basically, you miss that attack, and since no one is,
Right. This saving throw is a 10.
yeah, you do not know who to aim to, so you miss the chance of attack, and another saving throw for the next attack.
So that was both of my attacks.
No,
I guess.
you need another saving throw and make the second attack.
Oh. Second saving throw is a 14.
That managed to pass through. The DC is 13.
And the attack is 11.
That misses. So that cleric is saying that he's being overwhelmed. Says, it doesn't matter if you put us down, more will come, and you are not target of our, and is going to cast uh, he's going to cast darkness toward you two, and he begins to move away. Felicia, you cannot see anything.
Well, I'm going to dash through the darkness.
Let me see what is the range. The
60 feet.
radius, 60 feet radius.
Oh,
Okay.
no, I can run 60 feet straight ahead.
Okay, so let me. No, no. Okay. So, magical darkness from a point. Fill a 15-foot radius sphere for the duration. Yeah, you manage to go out underground, and you see the cleric is going 30 feet away from you, and you have dash action to go and be 30 and dash. You are 30 feet away from you and away from the cleric.
Yeah. So I'm going to dash to him.
Yeah, with the dash, you are 30 feet away.
All right. I ends my turn, and he takes damage from Divine Fury.
Divine Fury is only 5-foot radius, right?
Yeah.
So you are not close enough to cause him damage.
I thought he was 30 feet away from me.
Yeah, I mean, the one
So
you just put down was 30 feet away from the first spot you were fighting. That one was 30 feet away from that one. The one who is surviving was that second spot was in melee with Carrick,
Yeah,
but
so 30
but
feet would put
yeah,
me
yeah, yeah, yeah,
beside Car.
wait, but he cast darkness and moved away 30 feet. Oh, his movement of 30 feet, so it would be 60. Okay, so yes, you are right. So it's 60 feet, so 60 feet away, so it's right up to you're right up to him. So how much damage?
Just 3.
9. uh Next up the round is Carrick. You this turn you do not see more noises and the distance.
I
Or
follow into the darkness behind Felicia.
you are up to the Carrick that is running away.
And I attack him. Saving throw of 17.
Yes.
The attack is
Uh, it cuts. Wait. Darkness does not attack. Let me see.
people with dark vision can't see in it.
Yeah. No, it's not what I'm looking for because if darkness does is not an attack per se, but I don't know if it counts as an action that will dispel the sanctuary.
Does Sanctuary require a concentration?
Uh,
No, no.
Darkness requires concentration. So,
The spell doesn't protect where the creature. If the water creature create makes an attack or cast a spell that affects, yes, that the sanctuary is down.
okay, so the attack is 22,
Yes, that hits.
and the damage is 11.
Yeah,
And
you
so
put him down.
I don't have to do saving throws.
No, no,
Okay,
you didn't have to. Jordan, that one is down as well.
okay.
You sink the blade in its back. It and drops in front of you.
All right. Once the enemy is down, I'm going to let my rage end.
Okay.
And I probably couldn't hear the spellcasting orbs and such. Could I?
It would be well since it's night. Well, it's up to you. Would Felicia's rage let her see flashy things at the distance?
Well, I don't see why I wouldn't.
So she could see flashy things at the distance.
Come on, let's get moving.
Yeah, we need to go find these two. See if hopefully we're not too late.
We find our trail again and then keep following it.
Roll survival.
13.
Uh, Carrick.
10.
Yeah, you managed to see the trail up to where the flashes were. It was a mess, but when you arrived there, it was a mess of movements, and there is a lot of footprints there. But after that, you not manage to catch any other trails going out of there, out going out from there. You see two more, three more Drow elves bodies in the place.
Well, they seem to have been okay up to this point, but where did they go?
Sure. Honestly, I'm getting ready to. I'm curious, but I'm pretty hurt.
I do lay hands on Felicia for up to
Okay.
the 25 that I have to give.
Well, I'm
Okay.
pretty hurt, so it's going to take all of it.
Yeah, you took some damage right there at the start.
Yeah, even after you healing, I probably still have most of that radiant damage I took from the start. Well, I guess we better try again, unless you have a better plan.
Uh,
Should I remind you that there are bounties asking for bounties asking for um, bandits trophies and stuff?
No, because I think we're trying to find, I believe, Ericus, so I don't think that's really a high priority for either of us.
yeah, we're probably. I mean, Kark would be thinking he could worry about that afterwards. Um,
Sure, you can make another attempt, but at disadvantage.
all right.
So, 6.
11.
No, you do not manage to
People
find
want to be
any more
some.
tracks.
Um, I'm gonna try this the old-fashioned way. Kark yells Ericus like as loud as he can, out, just out.
Hmm.
I didn't have a
How to
couple of red
manage that?
cups and a string to, strum us up some communication, so this will have to work.
Uh, uh, yeah. Uh, you hear in your mind Arakri's voice saying, uh, that I'm going to describe it, but I'm not going to count the words. The spell only grants 25 words, so something like, uh, go back to the camp. Sorry, search the bodies, go back to the camp. I will be with you late tomorrow.
Um, that's really weird. I just heard him in my head. And people think I'm strange because I talk to animals.
The spell grants you to understand if it was someone else or him, and yes, it was him. You feel it's him talking to
Yeah, I
you.
was telling Felicia. Uh, he says to search the bodies and go back. You know, go back to the wagons, and he'll be with us tomorrow. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I guess that's pretty much the extent of the message. So
Yeah.
research the
Well,
bodies right there where you know the magic fight was. And I take the heads.
Their heads, the whole head. Okay.
Oh yeah, the whole head.
You see that many of them are holding the an amulet with the symbol of uh, what seems like a spider. You want to make a. Oh no, Siona will have told you about this. This is the symbol of Loth, the spider queen, the spider goddess. Let me see what you find in them. You find, of course, the chain shirts, the mace, and hmm, you find that each one of them has a pouch containing about 10 gold pieces each.
So how many of them were there total? Can counting the
Six.
okay, six.
Six. And of course, they have, aside for their normal clothes, they have a purple-ish clothes. Sorry, cloaks with hoods.
well,
Is
that's
purple the symbol? I do not remember. Well, the color of the main color of Lot priests. It, I imagine it's a deep dark purple.
well. We
All
have
right, I
everything
take all
important.
six of the pennants with the spiders on them.
Okay.
I'll take everything else.
Okay.
We heading back? Make sure to pick up my longbow since I dropped it in the one fight.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, bro.
that's
Yeah, we'll head back to the wagon now with his longbow and these six draw heads and these pennants and this gold and whatever all we grabbed the mace.
uh are you going to pick the clothes or no?
Should we
No,
grab?
not really. And I don't think we'll have. I think we'll have too much trouble trying to sell such trinkets.
All right, let them rot with the corpses.
That
Less
was my
evil
plan.
in the world.
Less evil and and more honor in the world.
Yeah.
I have to do something. Should we take a 5 minute break?
All right.
Sure.
So basically, you go back to camp and wait for the night for
Right.
Aracris. Okay, be back in a moment.
Well, there goes my 6.
Oh, I'm still here.
Yeah, I know. Just
Oops.
I don't know what he thinks he's doing. So I'm hoping this has some sort of great conclusion, sort of story arc, but I'm kind of annoyed.
Maybe he was just trying to wrap all this into the resource adventure to give it more backstory.
Yeah, but you don't like if I had something that I wanted you to use, I would have asked you to use it first, and I before we started more I don't want him to use it. This was Siona's story that is supposed to arc around her and figure out what she wants to do. And of course you got wrapped up in it, so it's supposed to be something for you two to kind of deal with.
Right.
But now I have 6 dead assassins and I have one leader who's probably kind of pissed off that all her servants are dead. More annoyed than anything. And now the only thing I can assume that he plans on doing with this is that Ericris is going to make a deal with her. That's the only good thing I can see that comes out of it. And really, I'm pretty confident it's going to wind up. If it was the case, then the requirement for that deal would be to sell out Siona. If that's the scenario that's playing out, I'm going to be doubly pissed. Because that is, I'm pretty fucking confident, a lawful evil act. And honestly, it's not even going to pay off because if the assassin leader is playing in character, once she finds out that there's another runaway drow, she's going to kill her too. GG.
Yeah.
That's not how I wanted things to go. Like, too many characters for her to target. I was just going to have her start killing off other drow. Just random drow citizens piling up in the streets.
I like missed like half of that. Like I had my son was trying to call me on Facebook. His phone's messed up, so that's like the only thing he's got right now is Facebook on his laptop.
Oh, I was just saying I didn't really have anything planned for her because everyone's so focused on defending their assets. Much room for her to, the assassin leader, to just run around and do shit. So I was like, after everyone kind of officially hunkers down until she gets dealt with, she was just going to start killing Drow citizens on the streets.
Right. Which would make sense.
But I mean, if this deal goes down and the way I think it is, she's just going to kill Siona and then she's going to kill Layla anyways. So I don't. Yeah, I'll sell it one drow just to protect my drow. But she doesn't give a damn about your oaths, and she's gonna fucking kill Siona, kill her kid, and then kill Layla.
Which Kark would die and all that too.
She might not. If you're not present, she might not. Well, she might kill you just because she hates your fucking guts.
Well, I
Because you're
mean,
helping a traitor.
right. I mean, I'm assuming that. I mean, unless I just am not there for whatever reason. If Kark's there, like he's gonna, you know, protect that child at all cost.
Yeah.
So
Honestly, I think she would have more fun torturing you than anything. She isn't out to kill Siona. She's out to capture and bring her back and kill Layla just because she can. But without her assassins helping her move the dead weight, she might just end up killing Siona and dragging back her body, torturing you inside the stables, if that's where you are hiding him anyways. Or she might just torture you in there.
yeah,
Like there's no, like, I don't know what he's planning, but there's no real positive outcome because she's just straight up batshit crazy.
either way, regardless what he's planning, it's already affected to an extent.
Well, no matter what, the 6 assassins are dead, and I have to plan. Well, I mean, there was only 5 to begin with, so I don't know why there's 6. But, anyways, there's now 6 here, so I don't know where she got the other one. And now that affects the rest of my story because now the leader's alone and she's going to act completely differently and probably maliciously.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So
It's not something she's going to take lightly.
I don't know what's going on, but if he shows up and then he's just like, oh, and this is what it is, then I really can't say no because he's the dungeon master of this game. But, well, then I'm just going to have to be a dick at some point. Like, just straight up, yeah, that is what happened. Now I'm going to do this. All that I can really do at this point.
Hmm. All right, I'll be right back.
Yep. Everyone disappeared, and I don't know where they went.
Back. Sorry it took so long. Okay. Where were we? Okay. You spend the night.
Back to camp.
Is my voice clear or is robotic? Hello.
It's clear. I can hear you.
Okay. So you spend the night in the camp. The morning comes. No, no, no other encounters. It appears that many of the wild creatures decide to move away from this um, zone because there are a lot of people in here working. So it's a kind of safety in numbers. Half of the day, at the middle of the day, the cargo is ready, but Aracris has not arrived yet. Not the hooded figure. What do you do?
Well, we can't go yet, so we might as well wait here. And Karik is away, so he can't really help make that decision. Oh, there he is. So we had a long rest, and now we're basically waiting for Ericus to get back. Gerald?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, just telling you what was going on. So now we're waiting for Ericus.
So you sit and wait?
Well, he's one of his wagons is his, if I recall correctly, so it's not like we can leave without him.
Would you care to describe his wagon?
Basically, it's just got steel plating on it, on the wheels. Bolts that would have been used in the wheels are probably steel. The from the actual wheel to the axles, they're steel now. The cart is still mostly made of wood, but being planks that are held together in a more natural way, they are actually bolted, nailed. There's a lot of steel rims. The brackets above to hold the cloth for cover, they're all steel now. So basically heavily reinforced and can probably withstand something landing on top of it. Can probably hold twice as much weight as it could before.
Yeah. So you can use the time to look for materials in the wild or catch rare animals if you want to, but you have to move away from the zone. You hear every now and then the someone shooting. Uh,
Can we go for a drive?
yeah.
Gerald? Thank you.
Yeah.
I do not remember the word in English that the people say scream what tree goes down.
Oh, timber?
Yeah, timber. Every now and then. Um, it's late evening, and you see two figures at the distance in the direction that Chris and the hooded figure was went. And when they get close, you recognize Aracris and the hooded figure, and they are holding the clothes you left behind. He puts them on his wagon and says, "Sorry, it took so long. Uh, let's move. Let's move along."
No, hold on. Why don't you tell us what the heck was going on back there?
Um, he looks around and says, "This is not time to talk about it. I will explain it if you want to, when you arrive to the guild."
Fine, but you better not disappear suddenly and then never tell me.
Well, I'm a wizard. It's kind of in the job description.
Well,
Rogues
if you're going to
do
be
it.
like that, your job description is going to include broken legs.
You don't need to be that rude. You know I'm here to help. There's other stuff that I have to attend to.
Yeah. What are you doing with those cloaks?
This, I don't know. I found them on the bodies, and I think they are good. They might serve their purpose in the near future. I will have to figure out which one yet. But do not underestimate the trinkets the foes left behind. Leave behind.
So, do you want the amulets too?
Sorry.
Yeah, how did you get in my head like that? To talk to me in my
Uh,
head?
that's an spell that allows me to communicate at great distance. It's somehow high level. It's it requires one of my higher uh, levels spells or energy, let's say, but it's quite useful for communication. I'm sorry, I did not come back because it was a time issue, and the chance was there. I had to take it. We had to take it.
Who's we?
The hooded figure does not take her hood off. Say we both, and she signals the he signal the hood. Araki signal the hooded figure and says, "But please, it's I think it's enough of that for now. Should we move on?"
I don't like being brushed aside.
Is that we can rest for the night in here and move tomorrow?
Traveling at night's always
Kark
annoying.
wants to use his divine senses.
To sense something?
To
Yeah.
sense,
Okay, let me roll something. Uh, you do not sense any undead, not 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 undead, not fiends, or oh wait, yes. If Aracris has Rina in his flying around, and you sense a celestial a, a celestial mark on on her. Basically, she's emanates a celestial signature.
alright.
Um, so it's up to you if you want to go out at night or rest and do it the next morning and go out next morning. Uh,
I don't know, honestly. I just think that we should leave it out to the caravanners.
Yeah,
If they want to drive at night, there's
there seemed
their
a
thing.
little had a little not much inconvenience on resting is for the night in here in that place because it's better to have a good sight while moving. And since Arrakis excused themselves, they were ready to waste and to wait for that day.
Well, that's the option then. Let's rest. Be able to.
Okay, so you rest for the night, and the next morning comes, and you prepare everything and
I'll be right
the
back.
caravan.
Okay.
Okay, the caravan starts moving again. Let's say that it's since no one is, I don't think anyone else is going to join. Some of the that you do not use to share time with are in there, aka NPCs, for a total of three, four, five, like 10 wagons.
Okay.
And each one of them are uh,
And I'm back.
keeping okay. And there are each one is preparing their staying in their wagon, keep watching with their weapons ready. Every now and then, standing up in the wagon and looking around and making sure that their wagon is safe. This time I'm going to roll for something, so you can go ahead and roll perception checks.
7.
7, 4,
16.
roll. Okay, so repair. Uh, you take 4 days to arrive to the camp. Uh, this time you don't feel anything, no one else looking around, fortunately enough, you think. When you arrive, uh, you see that the camp has changed a lot. It's about 2 weeks, a week and a half since you left the camp, and they have been shaping the area uh, to serve the purpose they intend to. They have basically chopped down uh, the small trees in the area. The bushes remain. Uh, they have uh, makeshifts to procure uh, water in the camp. You see some of the soldiers digging a hole in one corner where they hope to find water, and if not, at least for it to serve as a place to hold the water they take from the stream in the mountain. Uh, the wagons begin to unload the logs and place them in charge in a free area. And Arachris goes with the hooded figure to check around here and there, making suggestions in the camp to see how they can improve, helping them improve the disposition of the tents, checking if there is a water supply, of if the hole they are digging, it's in a good place and stuff like that. The sergeant is still there, and fortunately enough, there are still the 10 guards that came with you the last time, are well and okay. Uh, eh, the sergeant seems to be a little more focused right now than who he was when you meet first time. And there are more people in the camp. It seems that from some of the near places, people has come to help, and there are a couple of Goliaths and a couple of hard orcs in there helping as well. Apparently from the city of, of Kamishna.
Seems the town is prospering.
I still wouldn't call it a town, but it is looking a lot better. The walls aren't up though. I mean, I guess that will take a few months.
Yeah. That or a lot more workers.
You think with all the beggars in the city, you'd see so many workers here.
They don't call them beggars for nothing.
Yeah. Actually, you see uh, about 5 people in rags. The clothes are ragged, but they're quite clean now. It seems that some of the beggars, those beggars that were just having a bad look, or were not bad look finding something to work in, that were rejected or were just hiding, uh, find uh, find out about this place, and decided that this was a good opportunity to take, so they are helping there as well.
Well, I guess I spoke a little too soon. But I guess I'll go help them. Nobody else is gonna, and we're not doing anything anyways.
um
Help them out.
how many days are you going to stay there?
Really, as long as the caravans are gonna be there, and as long as the sergeant allows.
Yeah, well, the caravans can go back and forth, but the horses need to rest and they need to resupply. So basically, they can stay 1 day and send back people back to Illumina on a smaller caravan. and some of the caravans are going to go back, uh, so going to pass through the road uh, towards Kamishna. I want you to help to roll whatever two of whatever you are proficient with to see how you help with the camp.
Ew.
Just to know
Uh,
a little bit how it develops.
well, I don't imagine acrobat, so I'm gonna put my base skills, performance, and animal handling.
Sorry, which one was the first one that were you complaining about? Oh yeah, athletics is really good. Basically, helping carrying stuff around, putting logs together, and making the helping in the hole or making helping leveling the terrain. Athletics is a good role.
All right. Well, I got an 18 on it, and or sorry, I don't want. Sorry, 16, and for my performance, I got 16.
Performance.
Yep.
Performance. Are you proficient in any kind of uh, magic instrument? Sorry, music instrument.
Nope. So I'm gonna sing and dance.
Okay, so you
Cards
basically
doing it's
okay. So you from the time you were uh, from your background you bring back some lore and information of camping and stuff, and manage somehow to put it in a song, and the song catch the ears of the workers, and they help you humming, and they seem more motivated to daily tasks. Carrick, where are you going to roll?
cards just enjoying the show.
So you are not going to help in any way?
It's gonna help watch my ass.
Yeah,
So,
he's giving support.
so, so you're not. What I'm asking is for you to roll two skills you're proficient with. You don't need to explain it. I can explain what they do for you, or what you do with them, or could do with them.
All right. I'm proficient in animal handling, medicine, perception, survival, and persuasion.
Choose two of those and roll.
All right. Animal handling, since Karik seems to be, fond of animals. Um, 18 on that.
Okay.
And he's always wanting to help people, so I guess I'll do medicine. And that's a 23.
Wow. Okay, so basically, with animal handling, you help them uh, procure to make a better place for the horses to rest. Something that is important in a place where is that is going to be to serve as a stopping point for caravans, and give tips here and there, and all the stuff about it. And you also help them find some resources, animals that they could hunt without affecting too much the environment, and of course giving the respective warnings on how what how it should be done and stuff like that. For medicine, you help to organize the like the uh, medical tent. Let's call it like that. Make organize better, make a better organization of the tools and the resources. Make notes on what it should, what which provisions should be always in there and what they should procure just in case. Make help improving the shifts of of that tent and give advice here and there about that. Uh, you rest for the night, and the next morning, the caravan, the wagons are ready to go back to or to travel to their respective destinations.
Well, Felicia, that was a nice dance you did back there earlier.
Oh, really? That old dance? It it's really easy to do, actually. I imagine I'm not in my soldier's outfit. I'm actually in like overalls and a muscle shirt. I'm probably still
Well,
sweating.
for the work, you will have to go back to take off the armor, yes. But
Well, it's just clothing, but yeah.
yeah,
I would probably buy a worker's outfit just so I could uh, not ruin my fucking soldier's outfit.
yeah. They lend you one. Uh, there are a couple of uh, people. You see that the first time you came around, you were the only woman. Now there are some women in the camp helping as well. Some are helping in the heavy lifting, but uh, some other are contributing in the other arts.
Well, everyone plays their part.
And they get ready, and Arrakis says goodbyes to everyone he spoke to and goes back to his wagon. The hooded figure keeps following him.
So I'm not wearing my soldier's outfit. But I still equip my like greatsword and
Okay.
Karg's in full armor.
Okay. So you go back uh, you go back to Illumina with the respective um, letters, envelopes, and you pass them back to their to the guild merchant guild, and they pay you back each one of you. Let's see how many days. That was uh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days of work, and they 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 are it's 100 gold pieces to each one, and some of the you notice that some of the adventurers from the guild stayed back to keep watch, to help keep watch in the outpost, and help them out and still keep winning some, gaining some income. Uh,
Who went there that down? It's 10 gold a day.
yeah.
I pull out the drow heads.
Well, for that you will have to go back to the guards, not to the merchants.
When he pulls them out, I plug my nose because they're like a week old.
I just
Basically,
wanted you guys to see what
you
happened to the
noted,
last people who tried to jip us.
you will have pointed, have a, sorry, is, what is the word, like, people to testify that those were draw heads,
I think it's
both in the
obvious,
camp,
but
in both camps. But no, you know what? Heracles will have help. He has spells to keep them cool. They are not that rotten.
all right, take this to the let's take this to the bounty board and we'll show it the heads with the amulets and maybe things will calm down.
I doubt it, but maybe.
I mean, we killed. I thought it looks like we killed them all, right? And of course, I pull out all the amulets to show that for each head.
Yeah, I think so.
Which is the name? Well, nor Captain Laria, nor the. Oh wait, the guards look at that and ask you details about the capture, and Heracles gives a bit of information, but not everything to them, and they go to look to the captain. What? Sorry, what is the name? Who the one who is over Captain Laria?
Uh, Commander Percival.
Yeah, they send word to Command Percival about the situation. Uh, but since you uh, and they ask you to wait for him because it's related to the attack.
You mean the
And
attack that happened like 10 days ago?
10 days?
We were on the
Yes,
road for 9, so
yes. Like
oh,
12 days ago. And they dig you for more information, but basically the information you have is the same
we
one
yeah,
of
we
that day.
chased them in the woods. And they ambushed us, and we killed them.
Yeah, that's the long story short. I mean, that's pretty much all it was.
Yeah. So well, they let you leave, but this is something important, and they want to know that you are ready to give more information in case it's required from you.
Sure. Don't know what more I can
Uh,
say.
let's see how much do you win for the heads. Tables, no. DMing. here.
If these were tied to the murders, I don't want any gold.
But we need to. If you want to, we do not. We cannot give you. But I mean, it's a reward to encourage to motivate you to keep working, dealing with this problem.
I don't need your encouragement. I have Heronius to encourage me.
I'll take your gold.
Mm,
I can use it to help the community.
okay, so Bandit, Giant Wolf, Spader, Goblin, Combo Wolf, Hobgoblin, Quark, Bandit, Captain.
One of these days, I'm gonna
No, no,
get
no, no.
a building here and open an orphanage for all these children that don't have a home.
I am not sure. I'm guessing the reward because they are specifically looking uh, for draws pertaining to the organization will be 10 gold per head.
Okay.
That's quite high. I mean, a normal bandit only gets you only get 1 gold piece per trophy, and even and well, for a captain would be 25 gold pieces, so it's close to that. So
Well,
about
when
10
I get
gold
this place
pieces.
built, the children will appreciate it.
Yes. So 60 gold pieces. How are you going to split it up?
I'm not. He can keep that gold. Justice
Can I
and
at least buy
chivalry
you a
hearts
drink?
into war. I mean, after we sell all this other stuff, and I refer to all the chain shirts and maces in my backpack.
All right.
Which I'm assuming is all half price, so I think it's...
Well, you can barter.
You gold from all that too, since you had to carry it all this way.
No, I'm not burning shit because I've been rolling like crap.
So you're not going to barter. What about Karlik? Will her paladin ways allow him to barter?
All right. We really yeah. I rolled a 7. Um, I try to talk to him, but I'm not very persuasive. I mean,
And
that's
they
7
roll
with my modifiers.
with or without.
With them, it was 7 total.
Yeah, Arrakis can try to help you, but he will require part of that.
Well, you did kill half of them.
No, I'm asking if you can ask for Arrakis assistance. I am not going to. I'm not using it because I am being DMing right now.
No,
But he
go
wants his share.
ahead. Yeah, I'm saying you killed half of them. You deserve at least to take part in the reward for selling this gear.
Okay, so it's charisma +3 plus.
What is wrong with all you men?
Let's see what he rolls on that one. Yeah, somehow Rakris managed the merchant was quite insightful. Roll a 20. Not a natural 20, a 20 total. But Arrakis managed to cope up with what he rolled on his persuasion, but he had to waste the divine why I will remember. I forget that one. But the help of her of his goddess, and still they are being sold at uh, half the price.
Well, at least we managed to squeeze out 315 gold. Or, sorry, 165. As a tap price, and I forgot. Yeah.
You keep it all. You earned it.
Well, okay, I guess I'll split it with Ericus then.
Okay. You go all back to the guild, and finally the hooded figure takes out her hood, and you identify her as Estra.
Um, I'm sorry, what? Why are you both wearing hoods?
Um, this I was not that Araclis speaks. I was not that interested in going with you for this escort, but uh, it was a perfect opportunity to go out. Uh, extra is with the fight with the combat we had to face last with the drones in the city. They're beginning targeting all those who were involved. My mentor, uh, the alchemist, was killed in his house, and there was no doubt that it was the draw because the Spider Queen mark was in him. And uh, the day previous to go, going out in this mission, I was speaking with Estra, and uh, her goddess sent me a warning saying that her life was in danger and he shouldn't be allowed to go outside the guild. So we were looking for specific information on how to deal with the draw, and we had to go and check in the druid group to see if they could help. So that's why we had to go out, and she had to remain hooded. It somehow seems that all of us being a participant of the fight was reason enough for them to come at us. But uh, uh, thanks to the gods and, and goddesses, we managed to sort things out uh, uh, because of our numbers.
Well, you could have freaking told us.
So what did you find out?
Well, this is I'm oblivious about that. I will have to check with Alex for more information about it. Uh, let's say that the leader of the druids could be allowed to help, but it will require for him to be Araxis say It seems that the leader, the older and stronger of the druids, can help us out, but it requires for him to come to the city, and he is not fond of the idea. So we will have to wait for and search for other ways to get his to get this kind of help. Where basically we're trying to track the drones down and find their hideout.
Well, yeah, if they even have one. You could have said something. We could have gone with you.
Uh, the I sent you back because it was important to keep the appearances with the people in the camps, and I could not leave them alone, abandoned. So it was good for you to stay in there.
You know, I can't help but have the feeling that somehow this is all tied into the prophecy I heard about me being a part of when I was a kid.
Well, here we go.
I just can't quite place my finger on it.
Um, well, uh, it will be a good idea to look for someone that is proficient in divination to give you a better answer about that. But things are certainly getting complicated around here. So your help is most needed.
And I will be here on the front lines until my last breath.
Estra says, thank you, and sorry for making you wait and not come with us, but uh, uh, it
And
was
Cart winks at Felicia and says, "Or in your tent."
That was a good night, huh?
and Estra excuses herself and goes back to where she usually wanders around in the guild. And I'm guessing that's all for the session, unless you want to do something else.
Well, I guess I can spare your legs today. Kind of annoying still.
Yeah, I understand that you try to draw strength from the rage from your rage, but I'm telling you, that's a rude way of speaking. It hurts. Uh, I try to be at least a bit more polite. I am not against. I'm not. I am not threatening you. I I perceive you as a friend and as a member of the guild, and I think you should consider that from me as well.
Yeah, I do. But I don't expect my friends going skulking around behind my back and making sure I don't, if they need help, not telling me about it.
Yeah, I would have definitely helped.
I'm all for the secrecy and so I don't mind some secrecy, but if I can help you and you don't tell me, then I can't do anything because I don't know.
I guess hell have no fury like a woman scorned. Out of
Arachis
character,
say,
I'm imagining that's where that all originates from.
Arachis says something on the line of, "Well, I understand you, and I will be, uh, I generally we will be sharing that position, but somehow Delinor's ways have sink in. He keeps a lot of secrets,
Yeah, well, he's a
and
nosy little rascal too.
it's hard to tell how efficient and good and practices, since he somehow managed to uh, go out. Sorry, I don't remember. It's like uh, even when he gets in trouble, gets managed to handle it and go out successful. Uh, to get away with it, yes, the phrase will be and manage to get away with it.
Yeah, well, not everyone is lucky as him. Remember, when he got in trouble, we saved his ass.
I don't know. It's just. I mean, I feel hopeless every time I have to parlay, and he does it. He makes it seem so easy that I had to admit that I'm envious.
I don't know. I don't really know what to tell you. Everyone has their strengths and weaknesses, but I mean, if you really think that he doesn't have any weaknesses, then I don't know. Maybe you should talk to him about it.
No, I mean, yes, I know what you mean. It's a conflict that is inside, and I have to solve myself.
You know what
But
would make that problem a little easier?
where, what do you mean?
Listen, why don't we all go back up to my room that is shared, just unfortunately shared with 3 other people, and we get really drunk.
Let me roll something.
Listen, it's really old wine, really good stuff. It'll hit you really hard. We'll sit around, we'll talk about stuff, and
Yeah.
hopefully you start getting really angry about what you're mad about, and you just go on a rant. And eventually,
Okay.
we'll all have hangovers
So
and wish we didn't do it.
yeah. So
I could pass on the hangover, but I'm up for the rest of it.
Arachis accepts the challenge, but somehow he seems not as much as drunk as you are getting. And he
I
chats
don't know
with
how
me.
that's physically possible.
You can roll. You can roll,
It's
and
babysitting.
that will be an insight check or a perception check.
I'll
Choose
roll
only.
insight. At least I have a +1, a +2 on that. Where is it? Yeah, there it is. Oh. 21.
Why did you roll twice?
Because my dice fell and landed on my wallet, and it got stuck in a crack.
Yeah, you know that he's applying some kind of trick to it. You cannot address what it is, but you know with the insight check, you know that he's applying some sort of trick for him not to be drunk.
Listen,
Card's not completely wasted, but he's definitely feeling really good. And then he's kind of, once he gets to that point, he just kind of stops drinking.
Listen, the point of getting drunk is to get drunk. And I grab his hand all nice. And if you aren't going to play nice, and then I start twisting it, I say, then get out of my room.
That's what I'm talking about. You are too violent. I mean, we're sharing a time and you should respect my level of drinking. I do not get as wasted as you do, and I enjoy the wine and the company, but
If sometimes I'm really stupid. But I know when I'm being lied to. And I search him. I search around him. Make sure he isn't like throwing it behind him or something stupid like that.
no, there is nothing in around him.
Are you using magic?
Yes, I'm using magic. I'm sorry, I have things to do tomorrow. I cannot afford getting wasted.
This is really expensive stuff.
Yes, and it's delicious. I mean, and he shows you that his wine skin is, or his cup has not been, somehow you notice now that his cup he has been holding the same cup during all the time, and you have been drinking again and again and again, and but he's like has served himself like once beside the fifth one. So basically, he's taking sips and using magic for it to appear that he has been uh, holding and drinking and sharing with you.
Karek, I'm gonna need you to hold me back.
He reaches behind her and grabs her by the breast and pulls her to him.
Arakis stand up at that. Oh, okay. See, if you're gonna go that far, I will have to excuse myself and go. It was a good time chatting with you. Thank you for the wine and for the moment. I have stuff to do. Have a good night. And he begins to move towards the door.
I'm angry, but I can't rage.
I wish I knew magic to make that door disappear.
Well, forget him. We can get drunk by ourselves.
Yeah, I'm just going to the stables tomorrow like any other day.
Now that I think about it, I wonder where Creek is. I haven't seen him in a long time.
Has anyone heard any updates about all the guild members that went down to that dungeon somewheres?
No. I'm here quite
Uh,
often, and I haven't seen or heard anything of them.
I
I
imagine
wonder
that
what they're doing.
you will guess that Pincus will know about it.
We could ask him.
You know that Rakris, sorry, I think it's fiancé or fiancée for the lady, for a woman.
It's fiance for both genders.
Yeah.
Okay, fiancé.
We'll go
So
ask
it's
Pincus. So I take a wineskin with me, and I go over to his door, and I knock politely on Pincus's door because I
I'm
respect him.
right there with her.
yes.
Pinkus.
How are you doing, Master Pinkus?
We're still outside the door, by the way. I didn't
Pinkus,
open
Kark's drunk, right?
it. Pinkus.
I am fine. Are you drunk?
No.
And he goes and opens the door
Yeah.
and sees.
I'm wasted.
Uh, uh, eh, of course. Do you need something?
I need a lot of things, but I think there is something you can help me with. What did we
Even
come
I'm
here
confused
for?
at this point. Forget him. He has no idea what he's doing here. I was just wondering, what happened to those adventures that went down with that researcher a long time ago?
For my understanding, they're still there. Let me check the papers. And he goes back to his desk and looks around.
So
About
everybody's okay?
3 4 weeks of papers, moving them around until he finds the sheets pertaining the dungeon, and says, it says that about a month ago or so. Oh no, wait, it will be around 2 months for now. Says people went down. Uh, I have not heard news about them. But sometimes the bad news are faster than the good news.
Oh yeah, I guess if they're doing something that important, it would take a long time.
They're not as drunk as I am, because that would suck being in a dungeon this drunk.
Should I take you to your bed?
The night's still young. And I kind of stumble a little bit. See? I'm good.
Okay, I'm in the mood for that. If you're nothing, do not do anything else, please go back to Jack's place.
Sorry, Pinkus.
Thanks
We
for
were just curious.
letting us know what you have or haven't heard.
Yeah.
I was just curious because I know that there were quite a few new members that went on that, and I was just wondering how they were faring. I've never been in a dungeon myself, not even sober.
Yeah, if you want, I can. Let me do this. And he waves his hand. Mr. Whispers a few words, and uh, when he turns back, when he after a few seconds more says, it seems they're still okay, but the researcher was not that much specific about their condition.
Oh, well, if they need help, you can let us know.
Sure.
I'm not sure if Karik here will remember.
I'll remember.
Yeah.
It'll just hurt.
Unfortunately, we lack the speed to have a good response time to their needs. They are 2 weeks away on road, and the water roads are not that safe yet. So
If they've been there that long and they're okay, they're probably better off there than here right now.
I imagine. I mean, in my days of
Well,
dungeon
Kind of
living,
shakes himself a little bit more sober, like, oh yeah, There's a lot going on right now. I shouldn't be this wasted.
Yeah, I I just think you get this out of hand, especially for would you call yourself a moon elf?
Yeah.
I like the moon and the sun.
Yeah, I'll take him away, Pincus. Thank you.
Bees and the birds. And
I take his
what were
hand
we
and I
talking
drag
about
him
again?
away.
You
Dragging
managed
him
to see
away.
that.
Just
You managed to see from the corner of your eye. You managed to see that Pincus is shaking uh, his head with a no kind of disappointed face and adventures. That it's something somehow odd because you know that he was adventuring his time, and he closes the door and leave you outside.
so I'm gonna take our Kark to. Where do you sleep?
I just sleep in one of the guild rooms. This is a nice
Okay.
hallway.
We're
I've
on
never
a
really
set of
paid attention to
stairs.
it before.
Okay. Um, can you walk down these stairs?
I can walk down or fall down, whichever way is faster.
Yeah,
I'll just
I'm
take
just gonna
one
pick him
step at
up
a
now.
time.
Reach around his belly and like let him take the steps, but hold him up off the ground so he doesn't actually touch the floor, and just make him feel like he's walking down.
Yeah, Kark's never been drunk before, so this is a new experience for him.
Make an acrobatics. No, sorry. Make an athletics check with disadvantage
Kark?
because you're wasted.
Oh.
Oh, I shouldn't be wasted, but I rolled a 7.
Yeah, you go up to midway from on the stairs down, and you trip. And the rest of the stairs you uh, go down, trying to hold from the stair from the handle. The when once put one someone when from the fence that is in the side, when you put the hand, you try to hold at it, but and you trip and keep tripping. Somehow you do not go face down uh, to the floor, but you take, let me see, wasted down. That would be just 2 points of damage.
So we tumbled down.
Yeah.
I'm assuming I'm
That
on
was supposed
top
to
of
hurt,
him.
but I don't feel a thing.
Oh no, for being top of him, you have to roll acrobatics.
Well, if I'm gonna succeed at one thing,
At disadvantage because you're drunk.
all right. So 13.
No, you both end up each at the side of each other. And there are
Are we
adventurers.
hit?
There are adventurers that were going upstairs, and they have to dodge you, and say "watch out" and stuff like that. And when you're in the floor, they say, so some of the nerdy, bookish adventurers going upstairs says, "This is just another reason for me not to uh, wanting to go wasted like that," and stuff, and comments, similar comments about your condition. They are not being insulting,
So I
but
like
they are
pull
commenting.
myself up, uh, somewhat unorthodoxly, and try to help Felicia up too.
I'm not even trying. Like, once as you're getting up, I'm just kind of sighing to myself, and I just think to myself, I'm not even that drunk. How did I mess that up? Then once he grabs me, I
When did this room start spinning?
I'm not. It feels strange to say this, but I just wish you passed out right now.
I want you. I want you both to make a Constitution saving throw for the wine. DC 15.
I rolled 11.
And Carrick.
I got in 18. No
Yeah.
fire.
The next day, Felicia is going to have a headache so strong that she will not be able to stand up for the whole day. Carrick somehow will have a minor headache and then use for hangover.
Oh, I don't know why people do that.
I'm just in the other bed, just like,
Are you okay? You look worse than I feel.
I handle my whiskey better.
Oddly enough, wine has about the same. The normal wine has about the same alcoholic strength as the whiskey.
Yeah, but wine tends to have way more sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
So,
'cause
don't you have horses to go pet or something?
yeah, I'm gonna head down to the stables.
And can you walk quieter? Oh my god!
He was wearing armor.
Yeah, I imagine I slept in my armor.
Clink, 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 clink.
Yeah, I go because it's so loud up in here. I desire to break into the cellar where I know it's quiet.
And I head to the stables.
That's good enough for me. I'm gonna stay there all day.
Yeah. And I imagine you spend the day at the end of the day, Estra it takes pity of you and cast a restoration and lesser restoration, so the headache is subsides quite a bit, and
Oh,
you manage to do your normal stuff. And
thank you, Estra. I don't really have much else to do, so I'll help you today. Now that I can think straight.
let's leave the session up to there. For those who are watching, thank you. Or and for those who will watch, thank you as well. For you too, thank you for letting me run and as I'm playing.
Yeah, thanks for running.
Thanks for playing, you guys, and everybody. Thanks for watching.
And let's hope to see each other next time.